Hello, everyone. My name is Sako, and welcome back to another installment of Spinning a Wheel to Decide My Sim Style. I believe this is the fourth video, which is crazy, but we just got a bunch of new makeup types, and I'm so excited to use them. So I just had to make a video, and hopefully I spin something that I get to use them on. So let's go to the wheel. Okay, here's the wheel. I added a couple more just for variety's sake, but let's give it a spin. Okay, Decora. Oh, this is gonna be so hard. This was, in fact, very hard. Um, I definitely struggled a lot with this. I did have fun. I think looking back on the sim that I made, she ended up being really cute. She's not exactly completely Decora, but upon doing this challenge, I realized that Decora is flat out impossible in just vanilla Sims with no CC, and I'm okay with that. That's just the part of the challenge. So for the hair, I ended up going with this like high ponytail or high pigtail hair because I really wanted high pigtails. Like that was just like in my vision. And when I get a vision, I gotta go with it. And this is like the only pigtail hair that we had that was like high pigtails. So I had to go with it. And then I scoured far and wide for something. Anything I could use that like vaguely reflected like the Decora vibe. And I really wanted to go with like a poofy dress, but that's just not something we have that also fits the vibe. So after a bit of scouring, I found, I think it's a high school year sweatshirt that has like an anime girl freezer bunny. You'll see me select it. Yeah, I selected it and I knew I was like, that's the one I have to go with. And then I did like the rainbow socks because it just adds more of those vibrant colors because like Decora is all about vibrant colors and like very like young kiddish style, sort of like that. And I really like the idea of like embracing your childhood in those bright colors. I just think it's so fun. I love bright colors, but I did end up going with I selected it and then I'm gonna go back to it, but that Brazil Carnival streetwear party skirt right there with the rainbow because I just thought like adding in the rainbow from the socks and then just like a pastel purple heel. And I did end up going with the new bow that we got. I think it the bow that I put on her hair came with the fairy pack. But it just kind of like ties the whole thing together. And you see I'm doing the nails. I did like rainbow nails. Very rainbow is kind of how I chose to tackle this, especially the everydays, like getting those vibrant rainbow colors was 100% something that I needed to do. And something in my research, because I do like to research the styles I do a lot, and I'm like looking at reference photos the whole time, was that like decor is a lot of like accessories and adding a lot of like vibrant accessories. And of course, I am very, very limited in The Sims with accessories because you can only really do one accessory per category. And like for the rings, like if I want multiple rings on one finger, like I just can't have that. Or if I want a scarf, like we just don't have anything like that. Or purses, we just don't have that. So I did my best to like put as many accessories on as possible with the limitations that I had. Speaking of accessories, they also like to accessorize their face, which is kind of what I was trying to accomplish with those like star pimple patches that I added on. Because I'm like, I don't really have stickers to put on her face, but this'll have to do. But I think it adds to it. I bring that back quite a bit. And then I also use a high school year's eyeshadow that's also rainbow. So kind of like bringing that rainbow and like sparkly vibe to it. I did end up getting to use the new makeup options with the eyeliner that I just picked out because that eyeliner has color in the waterline, which is huge because that is something that like even I do in my own personal makeup, so I know I'm going to use it all the time. Going into the formal wear, I'm gonna complain about this again. And I feel like this is going to come up a lot in my videos because it keeps happening to me, and I don't think they're going to fix it anytime soon. Going from everyday to formal wear, her hair color changes. It goes from the very vibrant pink to that pale pink that you're seeing. And like in the end, I think I kept the pale pink because something about the vibrant pink, like it's so much harder to create outfits that like mesh well with the hair. I always try to tell myself that like in real life nobody really cares when your hair doesn't match your outfit, but in The Sims, I just cannot help but think like that outfit does not match the hair color. So I went with the paler pink. mm, but I'm still going to complain about it because it's annoying. It's annoying. I have to go back and I have to change the hair and then but yeah, we're getting into the formal wear. I struggled long and hard with the formal wear, much like I did most of the outfits here. From this moment from this moment on, it becomes less decora and it becomes more how many colors can I put on this sim and how many accessories with different colors can I put on this sim without making it look overwhelming? And that's kind of what I had to go with just because of the limited options that I had. So I tried to do this like pastel multicolored suit vest, but everything I tried to pair with it didn't really match or didn't really fit the vibe. So then I was like, oh, maybe I could with these tights and these like pajama shorts. And after a short period of time, I realized like none of this is actually like formal wear. I'm trying to do formal wear here. So I completely scrapped that and I ended up doing like those pants that I think also came with high school years. I use high school years a lot in this pack. It's the pants that have the multicolored flowers on them. And then there's like a multicolored pastel suit jacket with the cropped undershirt and all that. And is it perfect? No. Is it really Decora? Also no. But I think it turned out to be pretty cute. And I think that's really the key to this challenge is like options like Decora aren't possible. We kind of have a lot of like I did trad goth. We kind of have a lot of trad goth options. We kind of have a lot of like emo-esque options, like kind of in the past ones that I've done. But Decora, we just don't like nothing has ever been nobody ever focuses on Decora. It's a very niche style subculture. But something that's nice about doing stuff like this is like I get to look at these items in a way that I have never looked at them before. Like I've never attempted Decora in The Sims 4 because it's impossible, but I got to look at these things and think how can I use them to fit my goal? Like that carnival streetwear party skirt that I ended up going with in everyday, I never use that skirt because it just never fits in the way that I want to. And I never thought in a million years I would use it for an everyday outfit. But here I am using it in an everyday outfit. And honestly, I'm most proud of the everyday wear because I think it fits Decora the most. Is it actually Decora? No, I don't need to be told that. I know it's not actually Decora. But I get it fit like well. So and I think that's really the core of these challenges and kind of why I'm doing them is I get to really experiment. Like that's what any challenge is for. You get to experiment with what you're doing and it really expands your horizons. And you get to use things you don't normally use because and I've mentioned this before, I tend to get caught in this trap of like only using the same items over and over again because I think they look good. But sometimes it's fun to just branch out. And we're already in the party wear, which is crazy to me. Um, so yeah, getting into this part, uh, talking about those sunglasses. I wanted to use those sunglasses so bad. And I did end up using them in a different outfit. I don't think I used them in this outfit. But like that's another item that like I always wanted to work, but they're just so out there that they never work. But Decora is all about being out there and being vibrant and being fun and colorful. So it really worked. I ended up switching to the little fairy wing sunglasses that we got in the most recent like event, but I do think that this like pastel vibe that I got going on in these end outfits is just so cute. I kind of lost the plot along the way, for sure, but we do what we can, don't we? Yeah. And then for the swimwear, also this I used the little floaties because I thought that was really cute and colorful. And this is when I use those sunglasses and get those accessories going. And it all just like is so cute. Um, and then getting into the hot weather, I really wanted to make these blue like bloomer shorts work because I just think that they're cute and I think that they could have really worked well, but I just couldn't find anything to go with it that also fit the vibe. Like, I can find things to go with it. That's not the hard part. The hard part is finding things that go with it that also make it look Decora because I'm trying really hard to fit a certain vibe, even though in the end I didn't fit it at all. So it doesn't really matter. But I did end up going with those like undershorts that are like fishnet to add a little color. And it turned out very like pastel and colory and it just worked. It worked in a way that was very cute. And at a certain point, I was like, I just want to be done. By this point, I was like, I just want to be done. I don't want to do this anymore, but I'm so far in deep, like I cannot give up. I refused to give up. So, yeah. Um, yeah, we're in the cold weather. I wanted to give her a cute little hat because I don't use those like vibrant colored hats a lot. And then I was pretty much done with it by the end, but yeah, that's the finished one. Like I did all my outfits. I'm going through them all. You can kind of tell what I mean when I say that like it kind of went from how can I do Decora to how can I get as many colors as possible on this sim. But yeah, thanks for watching.